So I'm going to label this as pie dough. We're not actually going to be baking it today. Or if I do, it's not going to be on here. I do want it to be a little more fresh on the actual day of Thanksgiving, so I will probably actually bake with it tomorrow. This needs to chill for like 48 hours, so. I mean, you could kind of squish it down more and decrease your surface area. Increase your surface area with it, and then probably it won't take that long, but I'm just going to do it that way. So, this is a buttery, flaky, general pie crust. It's pretty simple. We need half a cup of butter. Now, if you look at grams, because we have some that sell in stores that show by grams, let me get one out real quick. Now, if you go by grams, this is 113 grams. This is not. This is only 90 grams. So be careful, you know, if you have like different weird measurements. This is like from Mexico or something. There have actually been times that I have used that in lieu of this, and it's actually kind of thicker and doesn't really make much of a difference. It's just a little bit more dense, so you could if you really wanted to, but I would recommend trying to keep it as where it's supposed to be as possible. So you need half a cup, which is, if you actually look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tablespoons, or 113 grams. Whatever measurement system you're using, I hope that helps. Now we're starting to get this be a little bit melty because I took this out of the fridge a few minutes ago, so we're going to try and do this quick. Or at least as quick as possible, because the whole point of doing it this way is to have the butter not melt on us. Okay, do not melt your butter for this recipe. There are plenty of recipes where you can do otherwise, but we won't get it to be flaky if we melt it first. Right now, I am chopping my butter. And that is something that you need to do for this. This is your standard chef knife. Most people have one in their kitchen, even if they don't know what it's called. I would suggest it, because if you try to use a paring knife or something, it's just going to be more tedious to cut the butter. The more it melts, you know, you're kind of on a time limit. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I'm at the tail end of this bag of flour, so I'm going to open up a new one. Now, you need 1 cup and 1/4 cup. However, we can't seem to find the 1 cup, so we're going to use 2 1/2 cups and a 1/4 cup. So this is 1/2. A 1/2. That gives us our whole. Then I come over here and I get our 1/4 cup, which we could probably get most of out of the old bag. called it. That's how much was left. Alright. Now, because I have a cheat, I'm going to use it. This is the extension that I am using. Jean saved up forever back and got me this KitchenAid. Considering, yeah, at the time I also had a job, and this was like 2 years ago. I mean, I can safely say it has some annoying quirks. Also, that the extension that goes on here for making sausage, yeah, that tanked really badly. It was not made to withstand literally anything. So, this is the attachment that we're using. It actually comes with your standard mixer. I don't really have much extra stuff. What I do have didn't really work. What we're doing here is whenever you're cutting your butter, it kind of clumps together, even though it's been cut, and this just encourages it to break up more and, you know, not stick together. Now, this is where your 1/4 of cup of water comes in. You want it to be as cold as possible. Ice water is best, but I'm just using water chilled from the fridge. Now, to demonstrate about how much water I'm putting in at a time, I'm going to put some in this spoon. This is about how much I'm putting in at a time. Oops. Let's see if I can... It's enough light for me, but is it enough for my camera? Now here's one of the pitfalls of this. Whenever you're doing dough, despite the fact that there are attachments for that, this bumps up and down, and this gets like just detaches and a bunch of other stuff. Now, you can put this on the counter and knead it, which I've done. I've got a couple batches of this sitting in the fridge already, because I was already making pie dough. This is actually my last batch. You can wrap it in saran wrap, tin foil, put it in a container with a lid. But each batch I have wrapped individually, because if you put too much, you'll have a greater problem chilling. This dough does need to be chilled. Let me just reiterate. Yeah, see my cans for my project. Or should I say our project. Sorry, I'm not really dressed to see people today. So I am wearing a spaghetti strap shirt that, oh wow, I need to fix that. Okay, so. You can put it on the counter, but what I'm doing here is basically playing with it like Play-Doh, which does what it needs anyway. You can knead it the traditional way, you know, where you put it on the counter and you push it down with your fist, then you fold it, push, fold it, push. It's basically where you're folding it in on itself and pushing it in with your knuckles. That's how you knead. Now, or you can just do this. They both accomplish something similar, but you don't want to handle it too long, or the butter that is in it and nice and broken up and spread out in there is going to melt. So now I'm gonna get it roughly about this thick. It's probably too thick for some people, but oh well. Because we're not actually in a hurry. Now if you're in a hurry, you can make it thinner and then you won't have to leave it overnight. But if you want a pie ready in the evening, you probably want to either start this the day before or early in the day, because it's still going to need to chill. And here it is. I'm going to go put it in the fridge now.